What is up, YouTube? Hope you guys having a wonderful day. Before I really want to get into the details of this story, I want to put a disclaimer that I'm not promoting, nor am I incriminating myself, nor am I trying to downplay anybody or anything. I respect law enforcement. I respect the federal government. I respect every rule and regulations that comes with any type of crimes. So let's get right to it. So whether you want to believe me or not, um, I actually got pulled over by the feds or the a federal task force that was investigating a human trafficking situation at a massage parlor, right? And I didn't know this until I had left like 5 minutes. Now I wouldn't say 5 minutes. It's more like 2 minutes down the road from the massage parlor that I was just at. And it was crazy to me because these weren't no city cops, these weren't no, deputies. These were like undercover, like tenant out cars that you wouldn't even know they were the federal task force. And keep in mind, I just left that place and I'm just, cruising. I'm not even looking at my rearview mirror. And I pull over immediately because I see the blue and red lights. And I'm like, oh shoot, like something about to go down. My first thought is that, okay, I ain't got my registration tags. So I might as well, just let them know like, hey, I know why you pulled me over. So I'm pulled over, seatbelt, windows all down, cars off. And here comes like two federal task agents, both of my windows. And, they're over here like staring me down, stonewalling me, and, looking at me like I'm a criminal. In other words, like I'm in the interrogation room and they're trying to interrogate me. She asked me, she asked me from the passenger side window that, what I was doing at this location and how did I find out about this location. And I just told her like, hey, this was like the closest location where I live at. Uh, and yeah, I went in there for what was advertised. Then she started slowly going down a rabbit hole trying to incriminate me. This is when I realized that, okay, I have to advocate my rights that, I have in this situation when I'm talking to any type of police or any personnel that works with the federal government when it comes to law enforcement. So I told her like, hey, um, I'm not answering no more questions right now. So I'm not gonna, talk to you no more in a more respectful, polite way. When she realized that I, implemented my rights, she quickly started, getting desperate and trying to figure out how to, in other words, how to entrap me and try to, pin me down to where she can find a reason to take me to jail. So I told them that, I was armed and I have a concealed license with my handgun, right? So they thought, okay, let's take his gun. So they took my gun and they realized that it's a clean gun and my name is on the gun. So they couldn't do anything. So they checked my trunk and then they started just basically holding me hostage until my name came back, or in other words, until they trying to find another reason to entrap me into a charge so that way they can, actually get this investigation going. The moment they asked me about all these questions and investigations, I realized that I wasn't going to be charged for anything. And to this day, the case is closed. Um, Come to find out that location did have a human trafficking, operation going on, and I didn't even know about it at the time. So yeah, the case is closed. They did their job, but they couldn't get anything out of me. So immediately after that, they just started, basically treating me like shit, like because I'm a criminal and I didn't want to cooperate with them, and they let me go. To this day, things like that makes me realize that like you can be in the wrong place, wrong time, and you won't even know it. Kind of makes you think like, like things are really out of your control, and you can't do, like I said, you can't do nothing about it except, proceed how you're supposed to proceed as a law-abiding citizen. And like I said before, whether you want to believe me or not, it just wasn't looking, good in my favor. Because at that time, I had a car that was registered in Texas. And if you know anything about Texas, Texas is known to be one of the, actually, yeah, one of the biggest one of the states known for human trafficking here in America. So if I had just left an establishment that was a human trafficking location, and I have a tag that has you know, that's from a human trafficking state, and on top of that, it's a Chinese massage parlor, and I'm already an Asian person, so this is like it's all incorporating into basically suspicious behavior in front of their eyes. And without a doubt, they profiled me. So like I was saying before, yes, they profiled me off of these obligations and observations. I still stood by my rights and my obligations to the whole situation. Not to say that, I did anything or committed any crime. Like I said before, I was in the wrong place, wrong time. And unfortunately, I had to be, pulled over in order for their investigation. But as any smart individual would say, once you cooperate, you're just gonna go to jail, or prison. And fortunately enough for me, I didn't have any of that on my record. Nothing happened to me, and I was set free. But like I said before, they were able to shut down that human trafficking location. I went upon my business. So yeah, so that's about it. Hope you guys having a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later.